the Tokyo Bill, a short news brief on recent events in and around Japan. A research team from Osaka University, Riken, and other institutions has found a new yeast species in Okinawa. This yeast is different from similar species due to its unique genetic and physiological traits, including a genome containing far lower levels of the nucleic acids guanine and cytosine. It can tolerate higher temperatures, better assimilate specific carbon sources, and has higher resistance to certain drugs. These features suggest potential uses in industries such as food fermentation and antimicrobial development. The yeast has been isolated from Drosophila fruit flies over several years and seems to have a unique connection to this fruit fly and not found in any other locations researched across Japan. Maxell Limited, a Japanese maker of electronic parts and materials, announced it will stop making prismatic lithium-ion batteries by May. The company will also close its Chinese subsidiary, Wuxi Maxell Energy, to redirect its resources toward all-solid-state batteries. Maxell began producing these batteries in 1996, which were commonly used in mobile phones and portable game consoles. However, profits have decreased due to a shift toward laminated lithium-ion batteries. As a result, Maxell expects to incur a loss of 1.2 billion yen for inventory valuation and an extraordinary loss of 2.8 billion yen, mainly for retirement payments, by the end of this month. In 2024, Japanese households bought 6.3% more rice compared to the previous year, driven by fears of a shortage, despite high prices. Households purchased an average of 60 kilograms of rice, marking the first increase since 2020. Rice prices have risen sharply in the past year, up 81% from February 2024 to February this year. From August 2024 onward, purchases surged due to concerns about supply, partly influenced by warnings about a potential mega earthquake. Even with rising prices and new harvests, consumers continued buying more rice into the autumn. Amid fears of a rice shortage, the government decided last month to release up to 210,000 tons from its reserves to stabilize prices and prevent further price increases. A Japanese court has ordered the dissolution of the Unification Church following a government request linked to the investigation of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's 2022 assassination. The church, based in South Korea, is considering an appeal. The ruling comes after allegations of manipulative fundraising and recruitment tactics that harmed followers and their families. The Japanese branch criticized the decision as a threat to religious freedom, claiming unfair treatment. The church has faced scrutiny for its tactics over the decades, receiving significant financial support from its Japanese followers. Lawyers for victims view this ruling as a crucial step for justice. Iwao Hakamada, 89, wrongly convicted of murder in 1966, will receive $1.4 million. He spent 46 years in jail, mostly on death row. The compensation equals $83 for each day of his imprisonment. A court declared Hakamada not guilty in a retrial in 2024. The court found police had changed evidence and forced a confession. Hakamada's lawyers said the money does not cover his suffering, his long detention having harmed his mental health. Hakamada is the fifth death row inmate in Japan freed after a retrial. On March 24th, Japan began issuing new My Number identification cards linked to driver's license, but multiple system errors occurred. In Saitama Prefecture, 6 police stations failed to issue licenses, affecting about 100 people. Iwate Prefecture saw 2 out of 4 centers face similar issues, and users were asked to return later. In Aichi Prefecture, at least 17 stations had errors but resolved them by 4:30 p.m. Kanagawa Prefecture faced problems with a service that allows address changes, with malfunctioning devices delaying the process for about 5 hours. National Public Safety Commission Chairperson Manabu Sakai apologized and promised an investigation into the issues. As cherry blossom season begins, companies and local governments are preparing for a surge in foreign visitors. Tourist information centers in Tokyo report inquiries are mainly about cherry blossom viewing. Cruise operator Spice Serve reports high interest in their cherry blossom cruises along the Meguro Canal, with 45% of passengers coming from overseas. Cherry blossoms in Tokyo were expected to bloom from March 24th, with full bloom around March 30th. However, concerns about public manners have risen. Ueno Park has put up signs in multiple languages discouraging touching the trees to prevent damage, as well as warning against littering and open fires. Yellow dust from mainland Asia has been blowing over Japan, worsening hay fever and asthma, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. The yellow dust season usually runs from March to May, peaking in April, but dust observation days have decreased significantly due to forest establishment projects in China. The dust can carry pollutants, leading to respiratory issues and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. This coincides with hay fever season, and experts advise precautions like wearing non-woven masks. Studies suggest that exposure to the combination of yellow dust and pollen can heighten allergic reactions. And in overseas entertainment news, K-pop group New Jeans expressed their shock and dismay this week after a court ruling in favor of their employer. The girl band is one of the most popular groups in Asia and took the unusual step about publicly speaking out on their mistreatment and harassment and the conflicts between their direct employer, Ador, and its parent company, Korean entertainment giant HYBE. A South Korean court recently ordered them to stop all independent activities while their legal battle continues. New Jeans performed briefly at a concert in Hong Kong under a new name, then announced to fans their plans to continue addressing their grievances. New Jeans broke the Guinness World Record for fastest K-pop group to reach 1 billion plays on Spotify. This has been the Tokyo Bill. These stories and more you can read at theTokyoBill.com. I've been and remain Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.